My name is Second Lieutenant Alex Daly. I'm with C Company 6 SCOTS. Today we're going through a series of lessons which are designed to teach the troops about how to fight in the built-up environment around us.
It was kind of a bit claustrophobic, especially I've got the weapon system, so with an actual weapon system as well, it would be quite terrifying having an enemy potentially coming out at you at any time as well, and having to actually make contact in that as well, so good experience though.
For example, in the subterranean environment, it's not necessary to bring rifles down with you. It's a command decision essentially, so they will still be able to experience the tunnel system and experience moving through this environment even though they don't have their rifles.
Did you not pick his up? Seen you were scared of the dark?
No.
You sound like a fucking asthmatic tip on this computer.
Say again?
You sound like an asthmatic tip.
Yeah, I was just crawling through it, and you start feeling it in your knees at first, but then you just start looking into the tunnel to see the end of the light. But you keep going, and as you get closer you think, oh, thank God it's over, and then just as you get to the crossing point they tell you to go again.
Well, this weekend the battalion has come down to Winnie Hill in Catterick, and we're practising operating in built-up areas. There's a facility down here that allows the soldiers to practice the skills and drills that they need to operate in an urban environment. Operate in buildings that have been prepared for defence, looking out for booby traps and other sort of improvised explosive devices, operating in tunnel systems, so there's a purpose-built tunnel system which allows them to operate underground, methods of entry, which is climbing through windows, making explosive holes, breaches in the walls so they can crawl through, so a wide variety of skills on top of the usual sort of team building, leadership, command, etc., that type of thing. So all in all, it's an excellent opportunity for soldiers to practice the general skills and also some very specific skills as well.
Room clear! Got door to the left, door to the front! Next two. Yeah. Go ahead. Right. Next two. Few left.
This weekend we've got soldiers that are at all levels of their training, so we have some very experienced soldiers who've done this before that are in charge of the teams. We've got some of our new trained soldiers who are just out of basic training, and we've actually got some of our untrained soldiers here as well this weekend who are getting some useful pre-experience before they go to their basic training courses at Catterick.
Yeah, my name's Private Reid from B Company 6 SCOTS. So far I've completed my 4 weekends of Alpha up at Bedford Barracks, which is included weapon handling, physical activity PT, doing your tabbing. So I've completed my 3-mile loaded march with 25 kilograms in the 45-minute time limit. The next stage for myself is Bravo, which I'll be completing on the 20th of November to the 6th of December this year, down at Winchester.
Mate, 3 times. 1, 2, because he is then in charge,
yep.
And he knows you're ready to go. So once he's given the wiggle 3 times, that is your cue to move forward. And what?
The most interesting thing I've learnt so far is all the skills and that you can learn. Obviously the opportunities in place you can go as well. Obviously I think we're going to Kenya in 2017 as part of one of the tours. So it's stuff like that, the places you can go, the people you can see, things you can learn. and getting paid for it as well. Teamwork is great. Obviously, being a reserve as well, you've got the senior people are obviously helping you out as well. You're maybe inexperienced, a bit scared at the time, so they're not taking you by the hand, but they're kind of leading you, making you do it yourself. I can feel my confidence and skills growing since I joined in April, and even people noticing it yourself, saying you've grown a lot more confident, and you can see it in your body language growing, and that's good to kind of feel and see as well. I wanted to kind of push myself, and for years I haven't actually wanted to push myself, and I've kind of put it off, and it got to a stage I said I'm not going to get anywhere unless I kind of go out of my comfort zone and actually try and develop and push it. And the biggest step for me was actually phoning in and getting in the front door to actually make that application for me. I say I wouldn't be scared. My fitness when I first joined was below substandard. It was 16 minutes for a mile and a half. Within 6 months I'm down to 11 minutes. The support's great, the people take you and train you up, so don't be afraid to actually come in and make an effort.
My name's Lieutenant Scott Kelly. I'm platoon commander in Alpha Company at 6 SCOTS. Originally from Brisbane, Australia, I was part of the 2549 Royal Queensland Regiment, which is also an infantry battalion in Brisbane. I moved here to challenge myself in a different environment, having lived abroad in Australia and in South Africa, and the next step was to challenge myself living in the UK, and I saw this as a good opportunity to continue my Army Reserve career. I picked 6 SCOTS because mainly I chose Edinburgh as the city that I wanted to live in, but as well that they were the premier infantry battalion based in as a reservist infantry battalion in Edinburgh. I've had a very positive experience integrating into 6 SCOTS. It's been very supportive of the battalion itself. They got me in, introduced me to the CO, to a number of the key personnel within the battalion relatively quickly, and then had been invited to a number of events whilst I was going through my recruitment process. So I've got in there to get to know a lot of the guys that I was going to be working with. The key things that I found that have been really positive is actually working with the junior soldiers and taking every Tuesday as an opportunity to get to know them better and to get involved in day-to-day training with them. If you're interested, definitely come down, give it a go. You never know how you feel after that. What you see in the movies is definitely not what you get. It's a lot of hard work, but you see the results from that hard work. On a personal level, I think the positive experiences that you'll find is that you'll discover more about yourself and what you're capable of achieving.